We have talked a lot about lightsabers on this channel. You know, how effective would they be in real life? Can you perform some of the moves like, ready? Anakin's, he does this and he's, let me try that again. Anakin does this great move where he does a spin, but he's moving forward and he actually does a back block like that when he does it. We've tested that in real life and we've talked about handles, how good handles are lightsabers. And so with all that kind of preliminary discussion and video content, now let's put something to the test, because one of the issues with lightsabers, unfortunately, is that they're not real. They're energy, you know, sci-fi weapon things. So let's try and make a lightsaber as real as possible, put a real blade on a lightsaber handle, and then discuss how good of a sword doth it make. Yes, that's the video. We're going to get into it. Let's get started. You got my lightsaber there, Tyranth.
Yeah, because you brought it out.
I know, because it's my favorite lightsaber.
Really?
Yeah. Best handle, man.
Oh, well, no, it's not.
Yes, well, out of the ones I got. I know Tyranth is a lightsaber snob, so much so that he makes his own lightsaber handles, which is kind of, you know, useful because he also has made this. I was tempted to say abomination, yet it's kind of not.
No, it is not.
So, and look, he's holding my lightsaber, so now I'm holding his, where he's actually put a real blade on a Count Dooku handle.
Yes, hilt, yes.
Hilt.
If you want to check out how I made this in the video, there'll be a link down below to my channel. I'm trying to reach 100,000 before the end of the year. Go over there and subscribe. Anyway, this here...
And subscribe here if you haven't subscribed, and then go and subscribe to Tyranth Channel.
I imagine they should be subscribed if they're here. Anyway, yes.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, actually. So, this one here was something that I wanted to do for years. Now, this hilt here, I don't know how to explain this to you, but machining a curved handle hilt is like really hard, Shad. No, like really hard. So the quality of this isn't amazing. Let me just put it that way.
It does what it needs to do, but I will say something right off the bat, Tyranth.
Yes.
I like this handle more.
Really?
Yeah, way more. Like, this actually has a weird, odd thing where this indent is a perfect, place to put your hands, and it's actually more comfortable.
You know what's funny? Because this is like a saber handle, and you don't like sabers, so that makes sense.
No, I don't like the ridges.
The ridges are fine.
No, they're not.
Okay, let's talk about this. So the Count Dooku hilt is a slightly curved hilt. It's not like a proper banana shape, but it does have a curve here. And there is this one isn't as pronounced. Like I said, I did this by hand, very difficult. This is a little bit more curved on the original, but close enough, right? In terms of how it feels in the hand, I really like it. And I specifically opted for this blade shape and geometry and not a rapier, because obviously lightsabers do a lot of cutting as well. And the rapier just doesn't have enough.
This thing, this little protrusion.
Yeah.
If you hold it too much up, it stabs you right in the meat of your hand.
Pistol grip. Pistol grip.
I don't like it, but if you go down here, yes, perfectly fine as a grip. There's some issues, but that's issues of all lightsabers. We'll talk about that.
You can chat if you want. I'm just going to quickly grab a saber.
What am I doing? This stairs is nonsense. Absolute dog crap. You see this in movies, is an invitation to get your hand chopped off. Why would you ever do it? Because you look cool. More ninja. Woo.
I leave for 1 second.
You know this one. You know this one, Tyranth.
Yeah, don't get me started.
Why? Why?
Exactly. So as you can see, it's very similar to something like this. It has a little slight curve to it, and at the same time when you hold it, give it a little bit more of a pistol grip. And all of a sudden it becomes very comfortable.
Here?
And very wieldable.
Yes. Until you want to do what you usually do with all lightsabers, put another hand on it, and then you suddenly hit this big, bulbous, round, annoying piece of crap. Like, protrusions. I hate protrusions.
I don't know what you're on about.
Right here.
It is perfectly
right here. No, these two things, they put them on lightsabers to be cool, you know, yeah, let's get some more examples. I'm glad you grabbed Obi-Wan's, right? I mean, here, no, bad. What's this piece of crap thing on a handle? Like, Tyranth, we've talked about this.
Yes.
Lightsaber handles suck.
This is perfectly fine though.
That one is one of the better ones.
In a single hand, this is perfectly
single
fine.
hand, single hand.
Two hand, it's...
Come on, those ridges on the second hand ruin it.
Context, right? Because when I made this one, I made it a touch thinner than it should be. That thinness compensates for it, so it's not as bad as something thick like that. However, in two hands, I don't think it's as comfortable.
So
I think that's true.
If you got rid of the ridges and protrusions, this would be almost fine. There's one other issue with trying to make a lightsaber handle be a real, put a real blade on and everything like that. Though this one does mitigate it. We're talking about that the handles are circular.
Indexing is really important.
Because there are ridges that help you know the orientation of the blade. It's like this ridge here, I can feel in my, even though the rest of its handle, and especially down here, and because it's curved, the curve is in the same orientation of the direction of the blade, that helps me index and know which angle is forward. So it's kind of mitigated on this one, but if we were to put a blade, a straight blade on, say, Obi-Wan's, the only thing that can help me index this is this piece of crap, which I don't like and I'd want to remove, but because it's like, if this is oriented in the same direction as the blade, then that could help me know, edge alignment.
Do you want to cut with this? Because it's sharp, we can cut with this.
I do want to cut with this. In fact,
stop handing me the uncomfortable lightsabers.
You deserve it.
No.
You'll hold it and hate it. So it's right off the bat, right? The weight in this is 100% functional. Not only functional, it's kind of decent.
Don't give me that. It's nice.
It's nice. Now, you have given it a thin blade to match the thickness of the handle, granted, but it is on the thin end of, like, especially double-edged swords.
This is a proportional blade to this hilt.
Which is fine. What's the overall weight on this? This is feeling 1 kilo.
It's probably around there, yeah.
Yeah. So the comparison, honestly, if we were to be honest here, would not be a standard medieval sword. It's closer to something like this.
Well, I thought,
blade.
I thought there's a little bit of context here because Count Dooku as a character, not just Count Dooku, all the characters in Star Wars essentially do cuts because it just looks better, right?
Yeah.
Let's be real here. And so I think it's really important that a lightsaber be able to cut. I think that's very important. So that's why I went for this blade shape rather than something like a rapier. Because I have a rapier blade and I was like, I was going to chuck it in there. But I wanted something with a little bit more presence.
That can still qualify as a rapier blade.
But it's not what that, because that
it's
doesn't.
Not this.
This and this are going to cut very different from one another.
Yeah, but you can get rapier blades that are as thick as your Dooku one quite easily. So it is a decent comparison to rapier. Now, in terms of how you're saying, like, how you fight with the lightsaber, right? I got an old school video talking about this.
I didn't say how you would fight with a lightsaber. I said how they fight with
I know, right? Because they fight with lightsabers like they're katanas.
No.
Except
in the prequels, no. In the originals, yes.
In the originals, yes. Especially Luke's stance. Vader's stance, actually, he does some fencing stuff because he fights Luke with one-handed for most of the fight in Empire Strikes Back. And so he does one-handed. Dooku also does fencing style more. So there are exceptions, but generally speaking, most of the Jedi are trying to fight with them like they're katanas. When I've said, no, you should always fight with a lightsaber like a rapier, because you want to maximize the reach. I would actually be holding it down here.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
So, I mean, there's a good comparison there. And for that style, what's interesting, the additional handle, I would not use this two-handed.
I wouldn't either.
So, but the additional handle is still serving a function as a counterbalance in lieu of a pommel.
Well, I mean, it does have a pommel on it.
Kind of, yeah. And so I would be using this as a one-handed, blade. And because you can still index it, this achieves the status of a proper functional sword.
Well, yeah. I think it's hard to get kind of over to camera, but the balance and weight on this, especially in one hand,
well, that's why I've been trying to move it around so you can see.
Is good. In terms of its cutting and its presence in the blade, it's good. It's just the balance is probably how would I describe this? What would I describe this
It's
as?
slightly top heavy, but not, you know, excessively so.
I would say katana-esque,
That's what I was kind of thinking, actually.
kind of in its
But
weight
as we have
distribution.
discussed in a recent video, the katana is a one-handed sword.
Yeah, using this one hand is great. So I actually like the presence of it. I mean, why am I saying like, I made it, I know, yes. Anyway, let's go cut with it.
Let's do some cutting. It's not very sharp.
Speed and power.
So speed and power, I can't. Because you know what I like to do? Low effort.
Yeah, no.
Just to let the sword do it for you. You're saying that's not going to work.
I am not a sword manufacturer, no.
So speed and power. Couple of observations. Cut really well, surprisingly easy for how sharp it is. So points to you there. This was uncomfortable as hell. They dug into my fingers, right, and were biting me. They were biting me, Tyranth.
You have little soft baby hands.
No. It's cutting all right.
Do not tell me it's not cool. You know this is cool.
This is cool. Like, of course, it's a lightsaber sword. Of course it's cool.
Exactly.
What are you talking about? And it's cutting better than I was expecting.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. Because if I can't do a horizontal cut here,
get it.
this is going to be 100% user error. And if I can do a horizontal cut, it's going to be 100% skill in spite of... That's,
Well, you got to actually hit it first.
it's a bit shorter than I'm just gauging, trying to get on the tip. All right, real talk now. Tsuba versus ring guards. We've talked about Tsuba versus cross guards, but let's talk about a more direct or comparable contrast. And that's what this week's exclusive video is all about. And if you want access to the test, the discussion, all it is $1 a month through Patreon, Subscribe Star, or channel memberships, and you get this exclusive video as well as like years of backlog content of exclusive stuff, really fun discussions, classic Shadowversity content. You get it all, and thank you to everyone who is supporting us. Now let's get back to the video. This is uncomfortable as hell. How can you? Oh look, you've been far more critical of other swords. This handle sucks.
Try two hands.
No.
Just give 2 hands a go.
Even worse.
Just give 2 hands a go.
That was
Oh,
worse.
get lost.
Oh, how can you?
It's fun though, right?
If it wasn't biting my friggin', my hand all over.
I haven't actually used this in like a year and a half, so I can't even remember.
Well, exactly. You could not tell me that's a comfortable grip.
Oh, get lost. You can't tell me that's not fun.
Look, if it wasn't hurting my hand, yes. It's a fun cutout.
So, disclaimer, right? Me and Shad are both sick at the moment. And I was like, I don't remember it being this heavy. Maybe I'm just weak at the moment, but that felt a little bit heavier than last time. Oh. But yeah. Well,
Come on, like the handle.
it's not enough where I would like throw it out.
If you got a proper sword with that type of handle, you would be moaning and complaining, and you know it.
Yes, of course. That's because I paid my hard-earned money for it. But for this, it's perfectly fine. And depending on what type of grip you've got, it is fine. Because like when I hold it like this, right, more in the center, a little bit like this, it mitigates a lot of the issues. Shad's holding it up kind of like this.
The way you're supposed to hold it.
Now, you said you're supposed to. Yeah, there's lots of different grips for different purposes.
All right, let me hold it lower. Because with the lightsaber, look, I will admit, lower grip, it throws off the balance a bit. Not as like up here, very handy, very maneuverable. Down here, bleh, not as good. But lightsabers, you want to maximize your range, and that's worse. The ridge here is sticking into your handy twice as much as the one up there. What are you on? Are you high today? It's because you're sick. How can you? I'm amazed that you're giving us such a,
Try to
pass.
moisturize your hands or something like that. You got soft hands.
Like that's... Okay. It's a
Fun.
That's fun. That's except for the bloody grip.
Well, all that matters though is you have a sword that is fun. If it brings you joy, then that's all that matters in the world.
I don't want it to hate me. Don't want it to bite me back.
Yeah, that's what I remember. Fun. That is so fun. I don't know, there's something strange about having like a lightsaber on and with a blade on it that is just so enjoyable.
Gloves recommended. If I had gloves...
That's the thing though, is that you can wear, well, I mean, I recommend wearing gloves with a lot of swords that are crap.
You know what would, like, we don't want to destroy it, but the hand shock on this would be the biggest dog.
It turns out like, there are a lot of different lightsaber hilts that would accept a blade really well. This is not one of them. It has a curve here.
Yeah.
So it has like a tang up to here.
Yeah.
And it's all bolted together. So technically all of this stuff down here is far more, less structurally sound.
More vibrating.
Up here is perfect though. So always keep it up like this.
This has like confirmed my criticism of lightsaber handles 100%, except for like one of the ones that have the leather grip. You made one with a leather grip.
Yeah, ram coders, yeah.
And like, okay, good. That's what they need. Like, we've got a whole video criticizing lightsaber handles and what Jedi think. What are they thinking? If they're a warrior culture, one of the main things that you would refine is a good grip, because that's your contact with the blade.
Yeah.
You'll translate every movement through that point of contact.
Yeah.
And if it's going to be digging into your hands and biting and not giving you right indexing, it's utterly retarded.
Something that I know people will bring up, right? Because a lot of people will bring up stuff like, you know, Christopher Lee being a fencer and stuff like that, and that's why he has kind of this sort of grip more for fencing. And they'll bring up that this kind of curve here gives you more leverage in the blade and things like that.
I mean, it's pointless if you're doing one-handed.
That's true. One of the bigger ones that I have noticed is, because this is supposed to be more of a predominant curve, it means the blade is technically supposed to be like, what is it, canted? Like, it's supposed to be a little bit more angled. On my original replica of Dooku's, this is noticeable. I hate it. But look, I've grown up with long swords, katana. Every single blade that I use, usually the blade comes out straight. I do not like canted blades. There's a personal preference thing.
Oh, I agree 100%.
Because like Olympic fencing, they have more of the pistol grip, right?
I do have a question. What is that for?
That is the guard, Chad.
No, it's not. It is not the guard.
Yeah, it is. Because what it does is if I go to thrust, right, and I got like juices
not
on
a
it,
guard.
it's going to stop my hand.
That's a lip.
No, it's a guard.
No.
It can protect your hand.
It's a hilt.
Somehow.
It's a hilt or a lip, not a guard.
But what it does is it actually does stop your hand slipping onto the blade. Like, that is what it's for. And it actually does function.
It does function. It would function like that. And you see, like, knives have a kind of like, sometimes like that.
Well,
hence why it's a hilt.
I wouldn't call it a choil, though, because that's what they usually have. Because this is actually more like a guard.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you don't need it so long then. Like, why is it coming up along the blade?
I don't design it.
We know it's just for looks. But I would like, you know, looks to be married very nicely with functionality and utility.
One lightsaber that I think would be wicked to try is Malgus's, because it's basically just a straight hilt. It has two sharp blades.
I know, well, that's exactly what I was thinking of that as a contrast. Like, what are they there for?
Well, they're just because they can actually function.
Yeah, stabby. Yeah. Look, lightsabers need cross guards, okay? I've been saying that for years.
Final thoughts?
No,
I mean, we'll get to the final thoughts. Let's get to the final
we'll get to it, because I do have thoughts that are final. I am going to have a bit of a... I don't think it's going to be controversial, but I know Tyranth isn't going to like my opinion on this.
Go on.
So the concept that we wanted to discover in this video were, do lightsaber handles, can lightsabers translate effectively into functional swords?
Yeah.
And the answer is no. You know what's making this... You know what is making this a functional sword? The blade. The blade is well made, well balanced, okay? All the performance that we're getting out of it is from the blade. The only thing the handle is doing is giving a proper like handhold and counterbalance to make it functional. Every quality of a lightsaber that is still on here makes it a worse sword. Tyranth is fuming. Look at this. It's like he is so red that he doesn't know where to begin.
Shut up. It's more so because
you know I'm right.
It's not that you're 100% wrong. I
Thank
don't
you.
disagree with you, okay? That's not it. It's more so that you're right. Like, having this little bit here don't serve no function, so why would you have this? Having the cover tech knob to put it on your belt for a Jedi, right? Why would you have this on a sword? It serves no function, right? You are correct in that, but this shape and geometry, in terms of how you would hold it, obviously these aren't...
But that's not
these aren't
representative of lightsabers, though. That's a atypical lightsaber handle. If we were to take the standard, like, general lightsaber features...
No. What does that even mean? Because there's no such thing as a standard lightsaber. Because
Yeah,
Luke's is
Look at
different
Luke's,
from
Darth
Obi-Wan's.
Vader's, Obi-Wan's. They're general trends.
No.
They're straight. They don't have a kick on it, right? And they're round, and they're a bit bulky. That is thinner. That is more... Because it's thinner, it's easy to grip, and it's more comfortable in that regard. Where not all lightsabers are that thin.
Because what you're saying is correct, but it's so much nuance. Like, for example, in the original series, the lightsabers were very thick, but then when they got to the prequels, they all got thinner because technology got different. Like, what you're saying requires so much of a breakdown, and you're glossing over all of it. It's annoying. Anyway, all right. But the truth is, this is a functional sword, though. The blade is fine. The balance on this is good.
And it was fun to cut with.
And it is fun to cut with.
It just made, like, with gloves, would have been much better.
But Grant, you're correct in the fact that, yes, there are a lot of little lightsaber design features here that if you took them off would make more function. Yes, because they don't serve a function.
Okay, so let me reframe, I guess. Can lightsabers be translated to real swords in a functional way? Yes.
Because
Do they make good swords?
Sorry.
That's more nuanced.
Because I've also done this. I did a second one. I completely forgot about this. I did a second one where I turned the Dark Sister into a katana. And it worked well. I had big issues with it because I have big issues with Darksaber, but that also worked. Has an oval handle.
You said Dark Sister, so you turned the Dark Saber into a katana.
Yeah.
We're sick, okay? Give Tyranth a break.
I'm struggling.
His brain is short-circuiting now and then. I understand this.
So, again, that's an atypical lightsaber, but it made
In a katana?
Yeah, and it made a reasonable
still have
katana. I can put it back together.
Yeah, bring it over. I want to test that out. So, yes, they can make functional swords, but in terms of, all right, then let's compare them to real swords, I would call this a piece of crap. The handle, specifically. The blade is actually you did a good job on the blade. Good job.
Because, I don't know. I mean, yes and no.
Yes.
There's yes and no here, because it's still functional, though. You could use that.
I mean, this could make a really nice handle. If you just got rid of these protrusions, made it smooth, you could keep this, honestly. Yeah. That's serving a functional purpose. Made that smooth. Then this would be not only a perfectly adequate sword, a good sword. This would be a good sword.
I mean, like I said, you're not wrong. There are little things on there that are accurate to the lightsaber, the original, that just make it a worse sword. Sure, but overall as a package, this is a functional sword.
You know which one would actually translate really well into a sword? My favourite lightsaber.
No, it wouldn't.
That handle is great.
No, it wouldn't.
That would be let's put a blade on that time.
It's a terrible one. You've got to try out some of the clan hilts. They're way more comfortable.
Yeah, like there are more comfortable lightsaber handles. I fully admit that, but they're not stereotypical or standard for what lightsaber handles usually show.
No, like some of the clan hilts are literally designed to be the basic Jedi ones, and they're actually comfortable.
Well,
like Kit Fistos.
They're not the most common ones we see, which is Luke's, Vader's, Obi-Wan's, Anakin's.
They're the main character ones,
of course.
And they're terrible.
They are. We have talked about this.
Anyway, yeah.
But this is fun, I bet, and you did a good job with the blade.
I like it.
So why don't you check out our our discussion on lightsaber handles, or even when we're testing out lightsaber maneuvers.
Or high ground.
High ground does not help in a sword fight.
Yeah.
Check it out, guys. Cheers.